Long before TikTok witches and Instagram spellcasters, before anyone could even imagine purchasing cursed crystals online, there was Ereshkigal, the dark goddess, the shadow under your bed, the whispered name in the gloom when something went bump in the night. Her origin is, unsurprisingly, not something you'd find on a motivational poster. No, Ereshkigal's story is stitched together from the tattered edges of old myths, lost languages, and the odd, dramatic thunderstorm. Legend has it that Ereshkigal was born from the primordial shadows at the very moment the first human decided to lie to themselves about something important. Maybe it was about loving their job, or perhaps it was about their not at all unhealthy attachment to a certain someone. Either way, as the sun set on self-deception, Ereshkigal rose. The earliest witches didn't so much seek her out as stumble over her in their own subconscious, realizing, perhaps with a dramatic sigh, that the darkness they feared was also the darkness that knew them best. Now let's address the broomstick in the room. Why do witches fear Ereshkigal? Well, it's simple. While most deities might offer you a gentle nudge toward enlightenment or a soft cosmic hug, Ereshkigal doesn't have time for that. She's the goddess who hands you a mirror and asks, "Are you sure you want to look?" She's the reason witches double-check their binding circles and triple-knot their protective charms. Unlike kinder, gentler spirits who might help you manifest a parking spot, Ereshkigal helps you manifest a confrontation with your deepest, most embarrassing truths. She knows where you hid that diary, and she's read it. But don't get Ereshkigal wrong, she's not malicious. She's just brutally honest, the spiritual equivalent of a friend who tells you there's spinach in your teeth during a job interview. Witches fear her because she demands authenticity. There's no hiding behind fancy robes or elaborate rituals, or even the latest moon phase. Ereshkigal peels away illusions until you're left with the raw, unvarnished you. Terrifying? Absolutely. Necessary? Even more so. This is precisely why Ereshkigal is so crucial in shadow work, the practice of confronting and integrating the darker, often ignored parts of ourselves. While everyone loves to talk about love and light, shadow work is about exploring your own personal underworld. Ereshkigal is the ultimate guide for this journey. She won't hold your hand, but she will shine a flashlight on the cobwebbed corners of your psyche, daring you to sweep them out. She knows that true power comes from self-acceptance and that you can't heal what you refuse to see. When you invoke Ereshkigal, you're not asking for an easy path. You're asking for the truth, even if it's the emotional equivalent of stepping on a Lego in the dark. Ereshkigal's importance in shadow work can be summed up in a single, sarcastic sentence. If you want to meet your higher self, you'd better be ready to meet your lower self first. She's the goddess who sits you down, pours you a cup of metaphorical tea, and says, "So about those unresolved issues with your ex, let's talk." In a world obsessed with positivity and ignoring inconvenient realities, Ereshkigal is the sacred party crasher who won't let you leave until you've faced what you came to avoid. Now, for those feeling especially brave, or perhaps just a little too self-assured, invoking Ereshkigal is as much a test of courage as it is a magical act. Here's a small, respectful ritual for those ready to dive into the deep end of self-discovery. First, find a quiet, dimly lit space. No, not your closet full of unwashed laundry, though Ereshkigal would definitely have something to say about that. Light a single black candle, because obviously she's not a pastel kind of goddess. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and take several deep breaths, exhaling any pretense you might be carrying. On a piece of paper, write down a truth you've been avoiding. It doesn't have to be earth-shattering. Maybe it's, "I'm afraid of failing," or "I pretend not to care, but I do." Fold the paper and hold it in your hands. Speak aloud or in your mind these words. Ereshkigal, dark goddess of shadow and truth, I invite you into this space. Show me what I hide from myself. Guide me through the darkness within. Help me see, help me accept, help me transform. Then, hold the paper over the candle flame just long enough to feel the heat, symbolizing your willingness to face discomfort, but please don't set your house on fire. Place the paper beneath the candle holder or in a fireproof dish and sit with your feelings. Notice what comes up. It might be insights, emotions, or the sudden urge to clean your emotional attic. When you're ready, thank Ereshkigal for her guidance. Extinguish the candle and dispose of the paper safely. If you expect a parade of reassuring angels or a chorus of affirmations, you're in the wrong ritual. But if you're ready for the kind of honesty that changes your life, Ereshkigal is the goddess for you. She won't sugarcoat the process, but she will make sure you come out stronger, wiser, and with a lot less baggage. So the next time you notice a shadow flickering in the corner of your mind, don't rush to banish it. Instead, remember Ereshkigal, the goddess who knows that the only way out is through. By facing your shadow, you become whole. And by invoking Ereshkigal, you remember that even the darkest truths can lead to the brightest transformation. After all, if you can survive a heart-to-heart with the dark goddess herself, what else is there to fear? Except maybe your own group chat history. But that's a story for another ritual.